Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hop Takes here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And tonight, we are finally getting back to a whole bunch of beer that we bought back in November. We've got a lot of Black Friday stuff that we haven't even gotten to on the channel yet that we're going to try. And speaking of Black Friday, we are going to try Lakefront Brewing Company's Black Friday Barrel-Aged Stout here on the channel. This is the 2023 release. Ross has got it out of the box. I've got it in the box. Here, kitty, kitty. This is a pretty slick looking box, actually. First year that they've done this in cans and not in bomber bottles. So very, very interesting. A lot of breweries moving to that model. This thing comes in at what, 14.8%?
Yep. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to drink a 14.8% beer on a Wednesday night? I mean, come on.
So I do. I mean, so it is nice if they have it in the 19.2 ounce cans and not the 16 ounce cans. I think when I originally saw the release, I'm like, oh, they're doing 60 ounce cans. It's a little weird. I like the 19.2. It gives a little bit more. I mean, bomber bottle is only what, like 22 ounces? So it's not that much smaller than a bomber bottle. So
yeah. Please recycle me. I want to come back, it says on the can. And then it also says handcrafted happiness right there on the neck. So definitely a cool looking can.
yeah.
One of the things that they also do when they release this every year is they release a special glass that goes along with these. And if Ross did it, I sure as heck did. We've got this year's special glass here as well. So matches up 2023 Black Friday listed there. Really cool glasses this year, actually. They've gone from regular pint glasses to kind of some slightly fancier pint glasses to these ones, which are a little bit
I really like it. Yeah, I think they're nice and versatile. They kind of use as a sifter and everything, so real good for this type of beer. This one, so we talked about this right before we got on, but so this is the first year they've done bourbon and brandy barrels, right? Have they done brandy in the past?
I don't think not in the stout. I know they've done brandy in some of the, offshoot variants, but I don't believe in the base stout I've ever seen it. So
I don't remember that being that way. So I'm interested how that's going to taste. So,
and the other thing, what I will say is, as much as we love Lakefront, we've been less impressed with this beer the last few releases. I did try this the day we picked it up at the brewery on tap and remember it being good, but that was a brief taste that I had back then, and I couldn't taste very well, to be fair. So, haven't tried it out of the can. Let's crack this thing open. Such a weird size for a can. It's just bizarre. Definitely pouring like a stout, as expected. Not a ton of carbonation on that, which you don't really expect anyways.
Being a little bit, but going away pretty quick.
Yeah, I think it's actually a little bit more brown, maybe, than it is black. Although I have weird lighting in here right now, so it's kind of hard to tell.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I definitely see that too. It's very carbonated. Like I'm looking here, and here you can see all the carbonation bubbles kind of settling in the middle and everything. Just seems like it's very carbonated. You see it kind of champagning at the top too. So
yeah, no head. I didn't have any head as I poured it either.
I had a little bit, but it was brown, which is good. I had that like classic barrel aged head, which is cool to see. So picked up a lot of character. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, to the nose we go. Ooh. That is a boozy nose.
Yeah, it's very boozy.
I get mostly bourbon.
It's got good barrel characteristics on the nose.
Yeah, you get the barrel. There's definitely like a sweet stout character on the nose. You get the spirit. Some vanilla wafting through there
A
too.
little bit, yeah. I mean, I think though the bourbon's the star. Is a little brandy, like sweetness kind of coming through. I think what you're getting is vanilla. Personally, I think I'm getting brandy. I'm not really sure. It's some probably in between, but
It smells really tasty though.
it does. Yeah, it's a good smell.
14.8%. Let's do this up. Cheers.
Cheers. Up front, it's really weird, and like I'm trying to figure out like, the best way to describe like the initial like mouthfeel on it. The best word I can come up with is sticky. Like it has like a stickiness to it. Almost like a creamy like honey. Like it doesn't taste like honey, but it has like a creamy, sticky like honeyness to it, and it's really weird. I can't really figure out what that is. Um, I will say though, like it's pretty tasty up front. Like the initial palate, it's got like a nice got that nice sort of like bourbon feel and everything. It's very vanilla-y, actually, in my opinion. Um, which I think is adding to that stickiness I'm getting. Nice little
Really,
fudginess.
it's
Go
really
ahead.
dry. It's really dry. Like you get that almost molasses, like kind of like maple syrupy, like mouthfeel to the
Yeah.
front, honey, something like that. It doesn't taste like that, but the mouthfeel is that way. I totally get what you're saying, but then it like dries out. Like it gets very, very dry, I think mid palate and out the back. But it's vanilla. It's the same as I was getting on the nose. It's very vanilla forward. There's a lot of vanilla characters coming out of
Yeah.
this.
I mean, the taste you get up front, it's a bit of a flavor bomb right on the top of the palate. It kind of dissipates. I think what you're saying, that dryness, it's not much fullness to it in the back end. Um, but that flavor up front's really good, and it's actually it matches the nose pretty well, which is nice. It's always weird when you get something that smells like one thing on the nose and it's completely different on the palate. It almost messes with you a bit. I think this is pretty consistent. I mean, it's good. It's got some nice
Yeah,
flavor to it.
it's got good spirit character. It's got good barrel flavor. You taste the oak, you taste the wood and vanilla. Um, the mouth feels a little bit weird,
Yeah,
but not in a way that's detracting from my enjoyment of the taste of the beer. It's just different. It just hits the palate a little bit different. The mouth feels a little bit different. This is way better than the 21 or 22 release
yep,
that came out the last couple of years. This is definitely a step up improvement on that, I would say.
yeah. And we've tried every version of their stout they've released. I think they did the first stout in 2016, maybe 2015. I can't remember.
I think it was early. I think they did the black IPA for the first couple years, and then like 2013, I think they switched
Oh,
over to.
really? Okay.
I think
Something that
so.
so I've had every stout version since 2016. I will say this is probably ranking up there, if not at the top, as my favorite of the base I've had of them. I don't know if they just did something different. I mean, they definitely did the brandy.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what's going to, but it tastes like a completely different beer than we've had the last couple of years.
It does, and in a good way, in a unique
Mhm.
way. And I don't know what that brandy's doing to it. I'm not getting a ton of brandy. I think the brandy characters are overshadowed, but it's got to probably be doing something in there. I don't know if this is my favorite. I think 2020 is
Oh,
probably
it was
the
really good.
that one was pretty fantastic. I mean, that one we had a hard time discerning whether it was Bourbon County Stout or Lakefront's Black Friday. That's how close those two beers were that year.
Oh,
I still feel like this is not there for me, but it's definitely a darn good barrel aged stout. So I will start if I'm putting this in Untappd, giving it a score. I'm probably going a 4 on this. I think it's really, really good. It's not one of my favorite barrel aged stouts I've ever had, but I think it's a really, really good one, and one I would not mind having a few of.
yeah, I'm gonna be pretty boring. I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna say a strong 4. And it's a pleasant surprise, and it's not like I think one thing we've said about Lakefront with their Black Fridays is the quality maybe wasn't where we remember it being the last couple of years. I think it's definitely gone down a bit, but it's also because I still am a big believer that there's so many other good barrel aged beer out there now that's so accessible anytime we want it that it was hard to really kind of put Lakefront where we used to put it. This is really good. It's a nice change of pace from what they've done in the years past. It makes me more excited to try the other 2 variants that I've had that I haven't had yet. I think this is good. I think it's tasty. Hopefully keep trending up this way, and they keep kind of, either sticking to this or experimenting a little bit with, incorporating that brandy barrel more, whatever it's doing to it. No, it's really good. So I'm going to go a really, really strong 4.
That was a very long segue around your score, but all good, friend. We've actually got the Black IPA and the 5-year still to do. So those will probably end up being Hop Takes episodes just like this one. Have not tried either of those yet. So, very interested in trying those. I don't know if you have, but I have not.
Tried the black IPA that morning, so I have some remnants of what it tastes like.
Okay, got it. All right, well, cool. Good to see Lakefront redeem themselves a little bit from their Black Friday series and some of the beers we've had in the last couple of years. Great to see it. We show up every single Black Friday, lawn chairs, in the cold, in the rain, whatever it is. So awesome stuff. Glad to have it on the channel here again. So thanks for watching. Check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on Untappd. We are on TikTok. Also here on YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe. Lots more where this came from. And we will see all of you in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.